Okay, and we're back. So we're just going to continue on with the missions here. I should have a completed Blackwoods mission. Should hopefully pass. No, it failed. Well, that's unfortunate, but it wasn't a particularly high reward anyway. So now that kind of limits us. I don't think we can afford any of these. We're just under the cost of this one. So I guess we could do the decoding to get enough to do this, but just in the interest of time, I'll just do one of these missions that doesn't cost anything to start. Okay, so we're going to continue on with Port Ordered, the first mission that takes place outside of Europe.
The North Koreans are effectively in control of a South Korean port in the city of Busan. Our guess is that the South Koreans do not know about this. They are using Busan to avoid American spy planes, which will be keeping a close eye on all North Korean ports, but not the ones in the south. They are using the port to ship something to the Soviet Union. We need to figure out what that is. The Soviets are paying a lot of money, so it must be important. We have a container scheduled to go to Busan. It will contain a stowaway. A hawk.
So, yeah, you'll notice that I'm also using the name Busan instead of Busan, which I think around the time that this game is set, it was already, out of use. But I just wanted to use that to kind of highlight that this is not necessarily our timeline, right? But I guess there's just as big a chance that people are still calling it Busan at around the time this game is set. So it's not a huge thing, but I did want to do that. That was an on-purpose decision. Alright, I'll pick up this. This is the K2 rifle. So this is made by one of those. Oh, there's a dude right here. I don't know what it is in Korean. I knew it before. I can't remember it. But it's let me turn down volume just a little bit here. It's one of those zaibatsus. One of those, giant corporations that does everything. It's Daewoo is the company that made this gun, and they make like electric fans and cars, and apparently at one point they made guns. So it's just an interesting little thing. Come on. So I changed the fire mode. Just give me a bit more accuracy, but it still wasn't hitting. Ooh, somebody got me. Yeah, this map is tough. There's a lot of long-range engagements, and you have to kind of watch your corners. You want to not go out into the open. I think that's the mistake that I made there.
I'm in.
Alright. Yes, good ammo in this one. 50. One thing you will notice, you haven't heard them talk yet, but these enemies, because they're Korean and not Soviet, they'll be speaking Korean. And actually, if you can see on the uniform, they have the North Korean flag. It's kind of difficult to see, actually. But, the other thing is, yeah, these med kits are going to be more accurate to Korean med kits. I don't think they glowed in real life, but that's just something that I added to make this a bit more authentic. Yeah, I should probably move, don't let him get a beat on me. Ah, there's a dude right down the back there. I think he just saw me. There's another one back there. I think a couple of those bullets like went through that guy's leg. Last bullet. Do I want this health? Because I think... I know there's one more health pack inside the hangar there. So I can probably get away with it. Do I have... There's another weapon here that they drop. Yeah, here we go. This is the one that I wanted. This one's a lot of fun, especially when you have it dual wielded. It's difficult to control, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, there's probably still more enemies in there. I knew it. Okay, I should be good. That should be... That's our objective up here. I'm gonna just climb up. There's a couple of different ways to get up here. This is the easiest one.
Ashra, they're sending plutonium-240.
What does that mean? Nuclear weapons?
No, these are fuel rods. But the
Okay.
Soviets normally use uranium.
Come back home. Over to the fallout.
So there you go. That's the sort of impetus for the next mission. You'll see.
So, you're the expert, Hawk. What's your conclusion?
Soviet power reactors normally use uranium-235 or plutonium-239. The Koreans are sending their uranium-240, probably a byproduct of their missile tests, to Soviet ports around Europe. My guess is they're running out of the higher quality fuels. This plutonium will probably be used in the Soviet republics where they don't have to worry about the dangers of using it. It requires more agitation, is less stable, and has a lower power yield. Simply put, it has more risks with less return.
And we can't sit by while they put us in danger, can we?
So, one thing that I will say, right, in my excuses, alternate timeline, but I'm not necessarily a Bill Nye the Science guy. I had some very basic understanding, and I tried to do some research and figure out something that would make sense, that would make the story interesting, and, you know, perhaps teach people something. Like, okay, there's different types of, you know, fuel sources for nuclear reactors. It's not all just radiation, you know. But again, I'm absolutely not an expert. So if any of the information there is incorrect, it's because it's an alternate timeline where that information is indeed correct. But yeah, I don't want to pretend like it's 100% accurate. I try to make it as accurate as possible, but at the same time, I know for a fact there was some stuff that I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of, for convenience's sake, just like add everything together. Like, if I remember, there's like different types of plutonium-240. It's not just the one thing, or maybe, you know, one of the other ones. I can't remember exactly, but it gets complicated. That kind of chemistry stuff is yeah, not something that you can just sit down and figure out in a couple of days. So you'll have to forgive me if it's wrong, but for the sake of the story, let's all hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and pretend that that's exactly accurate. Not a single mistake was made there. I had a scientific advisor on staff who figured it out. But that's going to bring us to the next level.
The Ignalina power station is our target today. Hawk, you will infiltrate the facility and shut down both reactors. If only one reactor is shut down, they can resume operation within a matter of hours. If we manage to shut down both reactors, it will take them weeks to restart.
The material inside the reactors will also spoil and become unusable. We have to expect that they're already using the Korean plutonium.
This is a message to the Soviets that we can do this as many times as we need to. So get in there and make it look easy, Hawk.
So yeah, this is kind of the idea was, hey, more so that we just want to let them know that we don't support this and we know what's going on, yada
This will
yada.
hurt your people. Do not allow your anger to suppress your intelligence.
Red, how did you,
I will keep an eye on what you choose to do.
So yeah, here we're kind of also building the intrigue of the character of Red, because, you know, she seems to know about what we're doing. The Stechkin, I don't necessarily want it. Nah, it's no ammo in it anyway. Get that out of here. Let me check, because sometimes you can get stuff here. Chairs out of the way. No fun little treats here this time. And sometimes you get like supply boxes and stuff. You know what I can do? I can enter through. No, actually, I won't do that. I'll just go through here. So there's another health pack there if I need it. They didn't hear anything yet. What was he doing? Messing around. Oh, you can get the Mosin Nagant. I said in the previous one that you couldn't get the Mosin Nagant anywhere else. Most of the secret weapons you can't get anywhere else. But I guess that guy has a chance to spawn with a Mosin Nagant. Okay, I mean that's good to know. I don't know, I think that's fine to let him spawn with it. Because it's still, he's not guaranteed to spawn with it, so it's kind of whatever. So here's where you shut off the reactor. You press the button marked stop. I did my research. No, for the sake of convenience, this is how you shut off the reactor, right? There's nothing more to it, it's just one button. No backups, no nothing. But also, I would not recommend, these doors are locked, so I would not recommend doing it now. I mean, you can, it does make a huge difference, but the way that I usually do it is I clear out both areas first, just so you can like run between them then. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I just realized Steam isn't running, so you're not going to see the achievements unlock. You'll just have to trust that they're working, I guess. Although I will test that in my own time just to make sure that these levels will unlock the achievements. But I think they should. I think I've figured out most of the issues with that. Yeah, my decal. Oh, that guy was in his crying corner. I disturbed him. I'm actually pretty low on health. That was aim hacks on my part. Okay. So now we can just do both of these.
One down, one to go.
Because you can see like the base goes to like lower power output. So it gets a bit darker. And it might, just be a bit more difficult like to clear these guys out if it's darker in here, you know? And it's a little bit darker now, but not that much.
Get out of there.
I tried to make it completely black and you had to use these, you know, like guiding lights on the floor, but it just wasn't fun. It looked, you know, very striking, especially when these guys spawn and they start shooting and you can see the glow from their guns. It looks good, but it's not fun. So I decided to leave a bit more light. That's essentially it. Now we can just leave. Let's hope this works, this cutscene.
Do you not think this will hurt everyone who lives here?
It will. It most certainly will. But I believe that this is a necessary evil to protect everyone. We do this because I trust you when you tell me that this plutonium is unsafe. Surely, you do not think you could reap a potato harvest with clean hands.
All right. So that's the next few levels. I think that's what, 5 and 6, mission 5 and 6. Yeah. So now we have mission 7 next. And I just found out today that this mission is the reason I can't release this game in Germany. But you know, I'll probably do a separate version for the German release. But yeah, we'll do this one next time. I think visually this is one of the more interesting missions because you can see it takes place in New Swabia. So yeah, we'll do that next time. And I think it's pretty interesting. It's another mission where well, actually at the start you don't play as Hawk, but the rest of the mission you play as Hawk. But yeah, that's that. I think this mission is going to be finished in an hour or so. So that's fine. Do we want to swap weapons before we end here? Probably do. I want to put the Uzi in my first slot. So I'll maybe put the K2 in the second slot. And then the Uzi here. Yes, there it is. You can also actually just equip it twice. So it equips both of them in your hand. You can see here. But this doesn't do anything. You won't spawn in the level with your weapons dual wielded just because it's less convenient, right? If you want to swap weapons, it'll always drop the second one. So it's more convenient to have it here, and you don't have to immediately use the dual wield if you want to use it later in the level. So it spawns the second one kind of on your chest rather than in your hand, because there's no way to get it from here into your hand. I tried a few things for that, but trust me, it just made it more awkward and very fiddly, and you know, you don't want to spend too long kind of looking down trying to find, because if you make the hitbox too big, then every time you look down it will try to like unequip your weapon, or it's a lot of issues, and it's not worth it. It's better to just, at least in my opinion, it was better to just spawn it here. I also tried with a button combination, so you can like spawn the weapon at will, but that causes a whole lot of issues in and of itself. I think it looks better just to have it here. But yeah, that's my little rant about the development here. So I'm gonna finish here. I'll probably do the next 2 missions at some point later. Yeah, that's it.